they're gone. Oh no, like they can't do it. It's not in our nature. We're not supposed to murder each other. Yep, 100% accurate. This is how you do it. And I'm not teaching this to cause horror. I'm teaching this to show you the nature of evil so you're not scared of next level big word. Yeah. So you're not scared of it in the future. Would you like to see the MK Ultra training of how to make an animal win over? Nobody's been like Mike Tyson, ever. Cus D'Amato is one of the best handlers in the history of the world in any aspect. The CIA couldn't do this. You know, Mossad can't do this. Mossad just makes you raise a kitten and then murder the kitten. They're so dumb and gay and grabbly. Dude, watch this. Hang on, where is it? Animal, rainbow. Walk down. Okay. This is so powerful, but it's so twisted. It'll appeal to your masculinity, but you'll see how this all works.
Guys are just pure brute strength and intimidation. Most guys were just pretty much intimidated. They lost the fight before they even got hit. Most guys. I knew the art of skullduggery. These guys, I knew how to beat these guys psychologically before I even got in the ring with them.
It's taught by Cus D'Amato.
As soon as I come into the ring, I'm gloved. No, stop it. That's not true. While I'm in the dressing room, 5 minutes before I come out, my gloves are laced up. I'm breaking my gloves down. I'm pushing the lever in the back of my glove. I'm breaking the middle of the glove so my knuckle could pierce through the leather. I feel my knuckle piercing against the tight leather gloves on the Everlast boxing glove. When I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared.
Let me just explain to you. It's about details. He was probably, and that's a symbol right there, the flag. So he was probably taught that it's like, feel the Everlast leather, like feel the specific rings on it. Like, it's like to control someone's mind or to get someone to shift alters, right? You have multiple personalities. So to get someone to go from the normal person to someone capable of beating someone to death for money, you have to get them to live through these visceral experiences. And you have to convince them that they're the victim, that they are going to be killed if they don't win. Michael Jordan is famous for this. He would start fights for no reason and feel like threatened. Like you're coming to kill. The scariest position you can see another person in, if you're just talking to a guy and he's like, are you gonna hurt me? You're coming at me? And then you're like, no, I'm just talking. It's like, you want to take with my food? And you're like, oh, this guy's been trained. This guy's been trained by a Cus D'Amato type. So as he's going through his ritual, and again, evil isn't that hard to understand once you see it, and it's very easy to avoid once you understand, but you have to understand it. So many people don't understand evil. They're like, why wouldn't the government lie to me about coronavirus? I'm going to close up shop for 3 months and become homeless because of the sniffles. Why do you believe them? Because people don't lie. Okay, so anyway, let's analyze Mike Tyson becoming an animal. All right, watch this.
I'm breaking my gloves down. I'm pushing the lever in the back of my glove. I'm breaking the middle of the glove so my knuckle could pierce through the leather. I feel my knuckle.
He's trying to evoke pain in himself. I know people that like physically will hit themselves to get the feeling going.
Piercing against the tight leather gloves on the Everlast boxing glove. When I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid.
That's the duality. Like the fear, the darkness is more powerful in the moment than the light, but it'll kill you over time. It'll rip your soul apart. Kobe Bryant has the same thing. Exactly. This is Kobe Bryant's cage with his black mamba. It's the same thing. It's fear, darkness. They're trying to kill you. That's the way to get these hyper athletes in a state of mind to do something that a human being is not designed to do. It's the same with military. It's the same with everything. So you have to understand how hard it is. It's like, oh, someone will kill you for $50 or kill you for high tops. No, they won't. I mean, it's like in a certain situation, people are so twisted and motivated by weird stuff that they think it's justice. That's why all these spells about white privilege and all this stuff is because they're trying to get people to feel it's justice to kill. Because a man is never motivated by non-justice. Cus D'Amato hijacked the glory to God. He made himself God, and he hijacked the sexual attention or the sexual energy that Tyson would have given a woman. That's why he beat up all his wives and was so awful to women. Because women weren't his sexual icon. His sexual icon, I'm alleging, is Cus D'Amato. And that's why a lot of people that were molested as children to become these like superheroes, they get so many divorces. because they can't connect to a woman because their brain has been hardwired to connect to the idol in which is God, which will then direct them to inflict. You're reduced to an animal. Yeah, Mike Tyson became an animal, not an icon. He's a slave.
I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated, but I'm totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. But I always stayed afraid of him. But as closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me.
You understand that? He's a god. And you hear how he said it? He dropped his voice. He goes, I'm a god. Listen.
This man, I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. But I always stayed afraid of him. But as closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me.
You hear that? You hear the voice change? I'm a god. It's because to get someone on that level of violence, where it can be turned on and off, you build them up. You are God. All men shall bow before you. All women are yours. You get all the women. You are, and then also you are shit. You are nothing. At any point, people can rip you apart, rip you to shreds. You know. My dad naturally kind of did this to me a little bit of that type of psychological manipulation to make me really good at certain things. I understand this very well. BB is the most informative legend on the internet. Thank you, Woo Bear. So anyway, watch this. Because that's what you have to understand when you see arrogance or when you see broken people. Sometimes it's the different waves of the MK training. And it's more common than you think. You build up, you break down, you build up, you break down. Then you get people to be able to accomplish unbelievable feats because you've motivated them in these weird ways. All right, watch this.
I walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready.
Someone had something. When he said he's still afraid, he had no lisp. You have to understand, Mike Tyson, one of Mike Tyson's personalities might not have a lisp. And people don't understand that. His lisp may come from trauma. Like my dad has a stutter. Unless he's speaking publicly, then he doesn't have a stutter. Sometimes I wonder if that's why my dad has homosexual proclivities. Is because he might have been trained as a Jesuit. I've thought about that. Because why he's so highly acclaimed in academia and stuff, and it's like he has a stutter unless he's speaking, and then he doesn't. And my dad teaches persuasion, mass communication, mass comm. What is that? That's mind control. That's wizardry. That's why I know all this shit. I was raised by this. But my mom is so salt of the earth and so normal, and she's the person I was with 95% of my life, where I ended up normal. But yet I understand this because this was my dad. You know, my dad never raped me, but it's like my dad used mind control techniques to make me great at things. And it's like, but it was very, very, very destructive to me at points in my life. Listen to this. Because because the father is supposed to give you the real father. My dad never gave me the real father. He gave me a twisted, distorted version of a father where my dad always wanted to be an actor. He always wanted to be a stage performer. He went to Northwestern, ended up becoming a professor. So I was reliving some of his fantasies. And I became incredibly good at so many things like this, right? And so it's like, but because my mom gave me this rock to stand on, I can be a daywalker now. I can explain this to people and really help people in these times. Because so many people don't understand how any of this works. When you see Mike Tyson, I see a kid who was abused fucking horribly. And that's why people are like, oh, you're just jealous. You're just jealous of Joe Rogan. I'm like, I see a handler. I see someone who abuses people and then controls them. I see right through it. And they know it. That's why they can't say my name. All right, watch this. Because the highest level of MK Ultra requires rape. And that's what the Jesuits and the Jews and a lot of these people have mastered. Why do you think there's so much pedophilia in Hollywood and all these places? Because if you want to make someone your gimp, that's how you can hardwire them. All right, watch this again.
I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated. But I'm totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. But I always stayed afraid of him. But the closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me. I walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him. Even if he's ready and pumping, he can't wait to get his hands on me as well. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. Then once I see a chink in his armor, boom, and one of his eyes may move, and then I know I have him.
See, like that. This is the reason I can explain this. I have this ability. I know exactly what Tyson's saying right now. I know the training of this. Where it's like you look for the, like as soon as Ben Shapiro said, said that about anti-Semitic moon songs, I owned him. And that's why I stopped making fun of him, because I fully owned him. Once I saw Ben Shapiro just say, anti-Semitic moon landing conspiracy songs, I'm like, oh, bitch, I own you. And I know that feeling of like, just waiting to see the crack. And then once you see the crack, you're like, I possess you. And it's like twisted, but I understand what this is. I completely understand this. This is how, like, that's why so many like great warriors and very strong men have fucked up childhoods. But long term, the pain and trauma stuff will destroy you with appetites and addiction and depression. And it's rough, man. It's rough. Jeez, how do I not see this? Just watch this.
Comes to the center of the ring.
That's why, guys, for other men that are like me, guys, no more drinking, don't watch porn, don't fall in love with money, like worship the Most High only. That's the only way out, guys. And then there's a great way out. In fact, you flourish because your mind is a weapon, against the darkness. Like, take those gifts that you've been given by those abusers and fucking use it against them. That's the blowback. That's why these people, every time they do a big grabble, it's always, there's an Achilles heel right there. Because if you use the Holy Spirit, if you worship the Most High, if you submit to the Most High, dude, language is very important. Yeah, that's how Sparta fell. Dude, a lot of these civilizations fall because they use too much pedophilia for power. Like Congress, all that stuff. They just make a bunch of degenerate perverts. So it's like, if you understand these things and you have, like they've done studies, but a lot of people with really good memories, it came from trauma. Like if you've been traumatized as a kid, some people have extreme memory, and that can either haunt you or you can use it to serve God. And there is no other path, guys. You can try all you want, do CrossFit, get involved in a Ponzi scheme. But you have to submit to God, or else there is no way out. And it's like, I know this path, guys. This, as you're watching Tyson, do you not see flickers of the big bear in this?
And as if he's not afraid, but he already made that mistake when he looked down for that 1/10 of a second. I know I had him. He'll fight hard for the first 2 or 3 rounds, but I know I already broke his spirit. During the fight, I'm supremely confident. I'm moving my head. He's throwing punches. I'm making them miss, and I'm countering. I'm hitting him to the body. I'm punching him real hard. And I'm punching, and when I'm punching him, I know he's not able to take my punches. 1, 2, 3 punches. I'm throwing them butt punches.
You guys see that? It almost looks a little like when I improv piano, huh? Like when I gamut, how dare you? It's like sometimes some of these extreme gifts that have been honed. My mom gave me the Holy Spirit. Like my mom gave me the rock to stand on because she genuinely loved me and still loves me. And like my mom allowed me to be a person. My father gave me these wicked gifts. And it's like, I'm going to use them for good. But you see that? You see Tyson when you're like, how does he do that? You ever see me just play piano and just dude, it haunts you unless you use it properly. Watch this. Watch this. It's like I'm watching piano right here. Like I could watch Mike Tyson box all day long, and it would give me a sense of peace and calm because the perfection of it, the harmony of it is like you're like watching ballet. because it's all art, all skills are the same thing. It's harmony. They hijacked what should go to God, and it went to Customato, and it went to grabblers, and it went to money, and he was used and exploited. I think Tyson might end up fine. He's ungrabbling, but it's like your mom was truth logos. Yeah, my dad's a liar. My mom is not a liar, and that's all you need. All you need is one. But just watch the harmony of Tyson. Like, this isn't just like what we're about to watch here. That what I understand that it's intense and everything, but it's musical. It's like, watch the beauty of this man's skill. It's unbelievable to watch. Watch this.
During the fight,
He knows.
I'm supremely
He knows.
confident. I'm moving my head.
These
He's
are his
throwing
gifts from
punches.
God. Look at that.
I'm making a miss and I'm countering. I'm hitting him to the body. I'm punching him real hard. And I'm punching, and when I'm punching him, I know he's not able to take my punches.
Look at that.
1, 2, 3 punches.
It's already
I'm
over.
throwing butt
It's
punches
already
and
over. It's
punches.
outside of time.
He goes down. He's out.
He's out.
I'm victorious. Mike Tyson, greatest fighter ever lived.
You see that? It's like he was operating outside of time. He had already won before it started. And then his god was Customato, who died, and then he didn't know where to go because that was a man. That wasn't the all powerful. You're making so much sense. Thank you. And I'm gonna play the other video again. If you don't believe me that Mike Tyson was raised with ritualistic sex abuse to make him who he was. Look at this. This was him talking shit. And if you don't understand how this all works, you just think this is some hardcore shit. It's like, oh, Tyson's just crazy. No, this isn't crazy. This is exactly how he thinks dominance is. This is how he was raised by his handler, Customato.
Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy. You faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
And you hear the demon. Someone said Mike Tyson's a demon. No, Mike Tyson's a victim. He was possessed by demons. In my world, the demons are the crowd going, yeah, yeah. In my world, the people, he goes, I'll fuck you in the ass till you love me, faggot. And then just to hear the people go, yeah, yeah, get him, Big Mike. That to me is the demon, because I know where he's coming from. I know that world where he's like, I will dominate you, you know, and he's reliving trauma right there. He's almost about to cry. Did you hear that? He's like, you couldn't last in my world. Ah. And it's like the people that just were like, yeah, conflict. Yeah, I'm a gamma male. Yeah. It's crazy. Totally understandable, but painful to know how this is how they do it. Yeah, it's how they do it. And if you understand it, you understand so much. Because if not, you think it's about sex. You think it's about like, oh, some of these people just really love kids. No, it's about power. Power. It's about how to make a gimp. That's why it's like, it's so evil. Because every single human being is not designed for this. Women are designed to be mothers, and men are designed to serve the Almighty and serve their family and their community and protect. And that's every evil act is a hijack of that. Picture an electrical circuit. The woman grounds, the man sparks. Zzz. That's why masturbation is so bad for you, because you're short-circuiting yourself. You're making the circuit just in you. You need the woman and the man. You know? And that's why you just become this lowercase I, like an iPhone. You're a narcissist with no power. You're just floating alone as a completed circuit, just a little spark in the ether. Nothing. Zip. And so the masculine, that's why I have extreme masculinity that's been hijacked in the past before. Where it's like, look at how good of a husband and father I am. Like, that was sent off just with just like shot off into like just a drone-like hedonistic existence of just women would like me, and I just go and just live in this stupid ether, like non-existence. You know, and the more of the spark, the divinity you have in you, the more the Grabower seeks it out to manipulate it. You're going to be my weapon. And then Steven Crowder and Dennis Prager and those guys wanted me to be their weapon. Be my weapon, Big Bear. You're so funny. Be my mercenary. Because I naturally hold the attention of thousands of people. I do it effortlessly every day for hours. How many people are here? Thousands? Just talking in my yard? That's a weapon. I'm Mike Tyson of this. And so I've seen all these people try and be like, you're my weapon now, Gimp. No, I'm not. A demon can feed off that energy. Right. Mike Tyson was a victim. He was a trained killer. They took his masculinity and they used it as a weapon. It's like when they get dolphins to go after submarines and shit. 5,400 people, right? Just talking in my yard. You might as well be watching Tyson fighting. Oh, how dare you? It's just a fact. The only way out is to be completely honest about everything. You know, crawl out of it. Get out of it. The reality is I'm extremely talented. And my gifts and skills can be weaponized for people or not. Or I can use it to break chains. The chain breaker, the spell breaker, the wizard slayer. Those are the options in my life. And I know a lot of you guys relate. Send your war supplies. Oh, thank you. Yeah, P.O. Box 727, Gig Harbor, Washington, 98335. Thank you. BB, were you aware of today that being the feast of St. Dismas, I had goosebumps right now, so much Holy Spirit? I did not know that. Yes, Mike is a victim. Yeah, he was an MK Ultra slave. They F the Dolphins too? Surprisingly, yes. Did you guys know that? I'll be inside in a second, buddy. I love you. I love you, buddy. You having a good day? Yeah. You being good to mama? Awesome. Maybe I can never thank you enough for everything you share. Yeah, someone's got to do it. You know, it's a small price to pay for what God has given me. Another chance, a family, health, prosperity. I could have been a Tyson, just working for the Grabower, just a little gimp in my big gimp mansion with my gimp hose. You know? So many people don't understand the pain of getting out of that. That's why the Gammas are just so pathetic. Your JP accent was cracking me up. Yeah. Someone texted me yesterday that she watched